Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to our Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for Newcomers. My name is Jokester1801, and let's get started. Alright, so today we are doing Chapter 10. This is a shorter chapter, one of those chapters that's like helpful to train up some units. Our units are getting pretty strong, so that's pretty good. So Chapter 10, Prisoner Release. Hey Ike, I heard you're leaving, going to Begnion, eh? Hello, Ranulph. I was hoping I'd see you. I'd wanted to thank you for everything you've done. I'm glad to have the chance before I leave. Well, aren't you the dutiful one? So, just as a story recap, last chapter we made it to the palace of King Gallia. He said he couldn't offer any aid to Princess Alencia because old people didn't want to give any more reason to deign to invade Gallia, right? And so now what we're going to do is go to the Begnion Theocracy to petition aid from them. Hey, that reminds me, you were born here in Gallia, right? I knew there was something odd about you. You're awfully friendly for a Bjork, you know. Oh, you might not know, but a Bjork is what... I know what it means. It's what you call us humans, right? Oh, knew that, did you? Well then let me tell you something else. When we use the word human, we mean it much the way you Bjork do when you call us subhuman. Really? It's an insult to be called human? I'm glad you told me. I would never have guessed. I should warn you, if you run across any Lagoos who call you that, be careful. They are no friend of yours. Got it. Thanks. I won't forget. But I've digressed long enough. Let me explain why I'm here. Huh? Princess Lincia, may I have a moment of your time? Yes, of course. The king asked that I give you this. Please, accept it as a gift. What, may I ask? Within that leather pouch is 20,000 gold pieces. Bjork currency, of course. Oh, I truly appreciate this generous offer, but a gift of this magnitude is not something I can accept. King Kanagas has done so much more than necessary already. The king is ashamed that he cannot, at this time, provide any personal support. Please, will you accept his apology and acknowledge his desire to aid you? But... No? Well then, let's try this. Yes? You accept the king's gift, then, as payment for conducting you safely to Gallia, you hand it over to Ike. Come on, Ranulph, you can't expect her to accept this, and it's an outrageous fee, no matter how you look at it. 20,000 gold for the life of a princess? Perfectly reasonable. In fact, it almost borders on insulting. Consider how you have suffered, the lives you have lost. 10, no, 100 times this amount would not be unreasonable. I have reconsidered. I will accept the king's kindness. In turn, I will present it to my lord Ike. You will accept it, will you not? I will. Thank you. No, my lord Ike, it is I who must thank you. Yay, we got 20,000 gold. Well, now that that's settled, let's move on. Unfortunately, we do not have any ships here in Gallia. If you're to find a ship that will take you to Begnion, you must return to occupied Crimea. If there's no other way, then we'll just have to risk it. No matter how cautiously you proceed, you're certain to run into Dane forces. Keep that in mind. I understand. It's too bad we're so short on soldiers. Still, there's not much we can do about that now. However, I will review our supplies carefully before we depart. In regard to your personnel problems, the king has decided to lend you what aid he can. Left, Mordecai? I will join you. Mordecai and Left? Both of you, are you sure? None of the others could stand the idea of traveling with humans. I myself tremble with loathing at the thought of going to Begnion, but when the king gives an order, obedience is the only option. That may be, but having witnessed the combat prowess of the Gallians for myself, I know how fortunate we are. We will not fail you. Psst. I have no intention of becoming friends. Do not forget that, and stay out of my way. So warm, thanks, Left. Haha, you must forgive Left. Her tongue cuts as deep as her claws do. I will return once I've reported to the king. While I'm gone, please finish your preparations for the future. Very well. Alright, there we go. Got the dialogue done? Almost. Ike, here's a summary of our last battle. So we just got 20,605,500 gold, which is great. Got 5 new people. Of course, Mist and Rolf are 2 people we're not going to use. Marcia is really good, though. That's all I have to report, if you'll excuse me. Alright. So, the thing with support conversations that you have to keep in mind is, like, even though Titania and Ike could do their support conversations, we only get 3 conversations left. And generally, instead of doing like 5 C level conversations, it's better to get 1 to A level of people you know you're going to use. So for example, I know I'm going to use Oscar and Ike. So that's a good one to do. It's better to get one of those to like A level because you'll get more bonuses that way than to do 5 C level support conversations. We don't have any 3-star info conversations. We're not really going to worry about those. In terms of outfitting, Ike has enough weapons, so does Titania. Soren's doing pretty good. Boyd is a little low on hand axes. Oscar could use a Iron Lance plus a Javelin, so let's get him an Iron Lance. I generally like to keep him with an Iron Lance as well as a Steel Lance, because even though the Steel Lance does more, the Iron Lance has more hit, so it might be that we need to have the extra accuracy. Miss doesn't need any items because we're not going to use her anymore. Marcia doesn't need the arm scroll, and then we can give her a Steel Lance. Even though she gets weighed down by 5 with the Steel Lance, we're going to give her some bonus experience so that she catches up. Probably give her like 3 levels, get her to level 10, and then that way she can catch up and hopefully get 3 strength, 3 speed, 3 defense maybe as well. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Everyone else looks like they're outfitted well, so we're gonna do the bonus experience. So we're gonna, I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, I gave Titania a level, she got strength and speed, which is what I wanted there. I gave Soren a level where he got magic and HP and speed, which was great. Boyd got an amazing level where he got HP, strength, skill, speed, defense, and resistance. Oscar got strength, speed, and defense, so that was great. Marcia now has 12 strength, so she can almost carry her Steel Lance. 13 speed, 11 defense, so she's looking really good. I gave her like 3.5 levels, which might seem like a lot, but it's really not, and now she's basically caught up to my other units almost, and will be able to contribute a lot, so definitely don't be afraid to use up that bonus experience. Alright, let's get started. Here's our good old friend the map. After his father's death places the mantle of leadership on his young shoulders, Ike agrees to continue as Alencia's escort. The company heads now for the Begnion Empire, the oldest and largest nation on the continent of Tellius. As Crimea is a former fiefdom of Begnion, the princess turns to them for succor, much as a scared child returns to a parent. Many in Tellius believe that without Begnion's might and influence, Crimea's reconstruction will be nigh impossible. However, Begnion and Gallia have no diplomatic ties, and are further separated by an impassable mountain range. So the company is forced to return to Crimea, where they hope to locate a ship to carry them to Begnion. So this is the route that we want to take. Little roundabout, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Accompanied by Ranulf, the warrior who has volunteered to guide them, the company leaves Castle Gallia behind. With heavy hearts and wounded spirits, they begin the long march back to Crimea. Hey Ike, hold up a moment. You know, I was thinking, since this castle is on the way, we should probably stop by. Really? Why? Is there something special about this place? Why, yes, there is. This is Cantia's castle. Dane seized it early on in the war. Now it serves as a camp for prisoners. I've even heard there are a number of Crimean retainers being held captive in the dungeon beneath the castle. What? Are you certain? Princess, I'm hurt. Of course my information is reliable. If we can rescue some Crimean soldiers, they might decide to join us. That would be quite a boon, would it not? Yes, it would. I think it's worth the risk. Alright. Here's the castle. Haha, we have snuck in. Never saw us coming. The question now is, how do you open these cells and free the prisoners? The cells are certain to be locked, so in order to open them, logic would dictate that the keys would be in the possession of the jailer. We've no choice but to steal them. If we're lucky, the guards will have keys as well. In either case, we must move with caution. We don't want to trade blows with the entire castle garrison. Which means we stay close to the walls and avoid being seen or heard, right? Alright then, our first priority is to get our hands on the cell keys. Hey, you there! Who's this? I have business with Sir Grail. Where is he? You're sorely lacking in social etiquette, aren't you? State your business. I'll speak with Sir Grail and Sir Grail alone. Now take me to him. What you ask is impossible. Commander Grail is dead. Well, that is a problem. Just who are you, anyway? Call me Volk. Sir Grail hired me. I'm in intelligence. My father hired you? You are Sir Grail's son, correct? You'll do. Sir Grail hired me to investigate something. You pay my price, and I'll give you my report. Deal? How much? 50,000. That's a bit steep. And worth every penny. I don't have that much. Give me some time. So, you're willing to pay? My father hired you. He must have had a good reason. Are you sure, Commander? We have no way of knowing if he's telling the truth. We'll know when we see the contents of that report. Until then, let's have him travel with us. So that's your plan, eh? Listen, you get the report when I get paid, and I'm not waiting around until then. I'll keep my information for the time being. Call me when you've got the gold. Stop into any tavern along your way. Tell the barkeep you've need of a fireman. You'll see me within an hour. Hold a moment. Intelligence. You said you were in intelligence, right? Is information the only thing you sell? Come out with it. What are you asking? Locks. Can you open locks? Sure. 50 gold per lock. You're going to have him open the cell doors? Is that wise? We've only just met him. There's no telling if we can trust him. So basically, you can either get Volk or you don't get Volk. I highly recommend hiring him. So definitely would recommend, definitely should do. Volk, will you help us break into these cells? As long as I get paid, I've got no complaint. Titania, objections? I told you before, didn't I? You're the commander. If you decide on a course of action, I will follow. Righto, I'm off. Good luck and all that. What? Wait, you're not going to help us here? Much as I would like to, I have a job to do. I will rejoin you when I'm finished. I see. Well, good luck to you then. Yes, and to you as well. Alright, so we get 9 units. This is Volk. He's a thief. He has pretty good base stats with 12 strength, 13 skill, 15 speed. And he has the ability to use knives, so he can use any knife in the game. And he has the ability to steal. So he can steal unequipped items or weapons under certain conditions. What are those conditions, you might ask? So Volk can steal any item, just in general. Any item that's in the bottom 4 inventory slots, he can just straight up steal it, as long as he's faster than the person he's trying to steal from. So for example, we could steal from this guy here, Sucker, because he has 13 speed. We can steal from the boss. Additionally, Volk can steal any unequipped items. So for example, he could steal the steel lance. The caveat there is that he can only steal it if he has a higher strength than the weapon's weight. So for example, Volk could not steal the steel lance here because the steel lance has a weight of 13 and Volk only has a 12 strength. I don't see anything else you could... Yeah, there's no other unequipped items. But for example, like the Iron Lance, he could steal Oscar's Iron Lance. Now obviously you can't steal from yourself, but that's just an example. Alright, so I definitely want Marcia. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bench Mia Marcia. And the reason being is that, as we can see, there's more Lance guys, and Mia faces a disadvantage against the Lance guys. So we'll just bench her for right now. So this map has 2 ways of going about it. The first way is that you can go through the whole map, and as long as you get Ike to the escape tile without being seen by these guards, you win the map, and you don't have to fight. Now once you fight a guard, even if you just kill them in one hit, they will sound the alarm, and then you have to fight everyone else. So like reinforcements come from this area, from behind you, from up here. And so if you fight the guards, even if you one-shot them, which you probably can't, I don't think any unit's capable of doing that, even Titanium, then you have to fight a whole bunch of other people. So that's something to keep in mind. What we're going to do is we're just going to fight everyone. And the reason being is it's a lot of experience to fight everyone. If you don't fight everyone, you get more bonus experience, but you get less combat experience. And I personally think the combat experience is worth it. Also, it's a pretty big hassle to try and sneak past everyone. But if that's how you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But yeah, we're just going to run up and just take out this guy. Hopefully Marcia can just kill him. So close. However, Titania could just use a hand axe, weaken him a little bit, and then Marcia could run in for the kill. So now we sound the alarm. Look out! We're under attack! Commander Danomil, the castle defenses have been breached. What are your orders, sir? Well, fortunate timing. We were starting to run low on prisoners. Do try to capture them alive. I won't have you robbing me of my fun. As you command, sir. So yeah, we got a battalion here. A few guys there. More guys here. We've been spotted. There's nothing left to do but fight. So yeah, now we still have to escape, right? We still need to escape here. But now we're just gonna fight. The other thing is that it's actually impossible to get these chests without being seen. So that's another reason why I just always fight. So yeah, I explained Volk. Volk can steal. He can also open doors and chests, which is really great. So we're gonna have him open this door. He does, like, legitimately cost you 50 gold per lock he opens. So per door or chest he opens, you have to pay 50 gold. So that's something to keep in mind when using him. Nice, Soren can just get a quick, easy kill there. Void. Nope, Void can't take out that guy, but he can take out the archer, which is great. And then, could have Ike kill this guy here. I should have used a steel sword so then Ike wouldn't face a counter attack. Luckily, the dude missed, so we're good to go there. And then Oscar can probably take out this guy here. Easy. Man, this Oscar is actually really good. Oscar, in general, is one of your better units. He's widely considered, among fans, one of the best units in this game. So definitely would recommend using Oscar every time. So now all the enemies around the area are going to converge. So now we're going to have some conversations among these guys. Tell me something, will you? What's going to happen to us? Those Dane soldiers took my friends away, and they didn't never come back. What did they do to them? Oh, something bad happened. I just know it. Quiet, fool. Keep your cowardly mutterings to yourself. It matters not what vile torture they devise. A true knight of Crimea is bold, steadfast, and strong. I care not if they pull out my nails with tongs, or insert pins into the soft flesh of my underbelly, or yank. Stop it! I can't bear torture. I'm not a professional soldier. I'm just part of the militia. I can't believe I left my family behind for this. Will I ever see them again? Oh, I want to go home. Curses, if only I had a weapon of some sort. Help will come. I will not give up. Alright, so we've cleared out the enemies around here. Now let's start clearing out these guys here. So I'm going to have Oscar use a javelin here. That way he doesn't face any counterattacks. And then he sets up a kill where Marcia can come in and take out the guy here. And Marcia can trade so that he can use his Iron Lance, have that extra accuracy. So with all of you can use the door keys to open the doors. With all of the other units, Ike talks to all of them. I think we might see that here. So yeah, we see he talks to Sephiran and Nephany. Oscar is the one who talks to Kieran. Even though it's not listed, Ike also talks to Throm. So you'll want to make sure you get Ike around doing that. One thing you can also do is like shove him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we want to shove Ike again. So. Unfortunately, I don't think we can. Could use wrist. Nice. So the reason I wanted to shove Ike again was so that he could make it to Sephiran next turn, and I don't have to use 2 turns to get him there. Bulk isn't. He's not weak with his base stats, right? 12 strength, 13 speed. Like, he can do a reasonable amount of damage. However, the problem is that knives are very weak. 2 might. Even an iron sword has 5 might. So even though Ike and Volk have the same strength, Ike's going to do more damage every time because knives are just incredibly weak. So we're going to try to have Volk not enter into combat. Too much, at least. If we need him to like finish off some people, you know. Oh man, I miscounted him. Well, I need to bring up Boyd, so I'm just gonna use Risk one more time. You there, we've come to rescue you. Ah, you're not a soldier, are you? Your clothing gives you away. I am a pilgrim. My name is Sephiran. You're a monk? Why would they imprison you? I was arrested in a nearby village, where I was tending to wounded Crimean knights. I received no trial, but have nevertheless been kept prisoner in this place ever since. I see, that explains it. We've come here to liberate the prisoners of war. You should take this opportunity to escape. You will set me free? That is most gracious of you. If you've no objection, I would ask your name. I am Ike of the Grail Mercenaries. Please, the cell door is open. You should leave while you can. Thank you. Perhaps we will meet again, Ike. That one thing, oh, I didn't mention, Volk also has a skill called Shade. And so, what this does is it says it causes other units to attack. It causes enemies to attack other units first. That doesn't work in 100% of the cases, so you do need to be careful of that, because it might not. Like if Volk is about to die, the enemy will probably attack Volk to kill him rather than attacking someone else. So just be careful with that. So that's Volk's skills there. So yeah, let's bring up Ileana. So we have a lot of enemies to attack here. My basic thought is I could leave the knights alive if I wall off right here, right? Because then I can kind of block them from attacking anyone else. I would like to kill the fire mage because he can attack me without me attacking him unless I equip my units with javelins. And I'd like to take out this Myrmidon and this soldier there. So what I could do is I could have Oscar run up, 1, 2, 3, attack this guy with the steel lance, kill him in 1 hit. And then I can bring him back there. And then what I could do as well is Marcia's not going to do too much damage against these guys, since I forgot to give her the fresh steel lance. And so what we could do is we could have, whereas Titania, she's going to do a good amount. Her and Oscar are going to do 12 times 2, so that's great. So I could have Marcia run up and attack that guy. But she doesn't double since she loses 1 speed, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Titania could kill this guy and then move back here. Which means I need to use Marcia to take out this guy. So it's important that you explore your options before you move people. That way you kind of get a sense of what you can and can't do. Oh man, I was hoping Marcia would get a strength. That way she could hold her steel lance a little bit better. So I'm actually going to put Marcia here. And the reason is I need to use Oscar to open this door up here. I mean, I could use Volk, but I can use Volk to open up this stuff over here instead. And so if I move Marcia here, Oscar, he has 8 move, right? 8 move there. And so he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, trade with Marcia and take one of the door keys there so that he can unlock the door. So now we use Titania, take out this guy with a 100% chance. The only unfortunate thing is I moved Marcia in range of the knights, and so they'll probably attack her rather than attacking Titania and Oscar, because she does less damage. But I guess we'll see what happens. I'm surprised that guy attacked Titania, but I'm okay with it. Oh, it's because he has 5 moves, so it was either Titania or Oscar. But yeah, so he attacked Marcia. Not terribly surprising. She'll probably do like 3 times 2. Oh, she did 6. Awesome. Alright, so let's bring down Ike. We could give Ileana this kill. She's a little bit lower, but I'm just going to give it to Soren. Maybe use some fire magic here. Now what I could do with Oscar is I could move him here, have him use the Javelin, take out this guy, and trade with Marcia. However, Marcia could just beat this guy. And so I'm just going to have Oscar move here, trade, get the door key, and then just continue forward. So Marcia has a 100% chance to beat this guy. Alright, there we go there, and then Marcia could come back up here. I do want to be careful because this guy could reach Volk. So I'm going to probably wait one more turn for Volk to open that door. Or I could bring in Titania. With the hand axe, she doesn't kill. With the iron axe, she has 21 attack. This guy has 7 defense, so she would be doing 15 times 2 with the iron axe. She'd do 14 times 2 with the hand axe, right? Because 20 minus 7 is 13, plus 1 for weapon triangle. Oh, but wait, with the Iron Lance, she has 20 attack. So she'd only do 13 times 2 with the Iron Lance. So we could do that. You could also break open doors. They have a lot of HP though, so to speak. And so, I usually find it's better to just open them up. So theoretically, Titania should not kill this guy. Nice, we calculated it. Perfect. And so then that brought down some of his friends, which is perfectly fine. We're going to bring up Ike here, shove Volk out of the way. Ideally, I could get Soren up there. Maybe if Ileana could shove... Nice. So now I could shove up Soren. And then Soren can finish off this guy. Now, what I probably should have done is... Oh, that was the sound of a critical. Very unnecessary. What I should have done is had Ike come down here, because he's going to have to come down here eventually. So that is unfortunate, but it's not that big of a deal. And then what I'm also going to do, what I'll do is I'll have Titania rescue Ike, and then bring him down here. And then I'm going to have Marcia come down here, take Ike, and then drop him. And the reason being is because now he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and talk to Braum. And the reason I use Titania and Marcia is because they can come back up next turn pretty easily. And then I can have Boyd just run up here, and he can just use his Iron Axe, because that'll give him the most hit rate, and just wait. And then these guys are just going to run at Boyd and die to him. I can use Volk to run back up there and get that chest as well. This plan only worked because Boyd was able to run up and cover Soren. Otherwise, Soren would have died. Or I wouldn't have rescue drop Ike. So now I'll use Oscar to talk to Kieran. You're from Crimea, right? Come on, we're here to rescue you. We've opened your cell, now's the time to escape. Ah, it's you! Pardon? I could never forget that squint. Knights of Crimea, 12th Regiment. Your name is Oscar. And you're... wait a moment. You're Kieran, right? That is correct, I'm Kieran. The same Kieran who has sworn himself to be your eternal rival. Right. Kieran. So, how have you been? You look good. As always, your manner is listless and inappropriate. It befits one who would call me foe. You were discharged 3 years ago. What are you doing here now? Aha! Could it be? You dastard! You've turned your coat and gone over to Dane, haven't you? Rah! What despicable, contemptible behavior! Unforgivable! Have you no shame? You are my one true rival. Where has your pride gone? The mercenary company I'm attached to serves under the command of the Princess of Crimea. We came here to free any Crimean prisoners. The Princess of Crimea? You're not part of the Royal Guard. How do you know about the Princess? Well, like I said, the Princess is our employer, and... Aha! So that's your scheme, is it? You hope to distinguish yourself by meritorious service and gain the glory that is rightfully mine. Admit it. Look, my duty is... Blast you! Curse your name! Curse the name of Oscar and all who call him kin. I will never let you surpass me. Princess, I'm coming. Kieran will be forever at your side. Whoa, he's even more excitable than I remember. Hard to believe he's actually a decent knight. Yep, there's Kieran. So he became an ally, and that's because we actually get to recruit him after this battle. So we're going to actually direct, because if he escapes, we get more bonus experience. So, you're a Crimean soldier, right? Come on, I'm here to rescue you. Seriously? I'm not dreaming again, am I? I'm a mercenary in the employ of Princess Elencia. I'll give you all the details later. For now, we have to move. What? The princess? Oh, happy day. Wait, let me stretch a bit. Ooh, sorry, I'm stiff from this hard floor. Ow, cramp, cramp. Oh, for the love of, come on, this way. Oh, alright. Hold on a second. I don't remember the king having any children. There's no time to explain, hurry up. Oh, coming. So yeah, we directed, so now Brahm and Kieran will move out to that area. Like expected, Boyd took out those soldiers there. So we're good on that front. And then what we can do is move Marcia up here, and then Reese can actually run up and heal her, which is great. And then Boyd could run up and probably do a good amount of damage. He could actually kill this guy, so we're gonna go with that. Nice dodge. If Boyd gets a good amount of strength and speed, he is just an incredible force. I mean, he has an incredible amount of strength. He's a little slower, but he still has a good amount of strength and speed. Now, one thing you have to be aware of is this boss does actually move, unlike some of the other bosses we've encountered. And so definitely be careful of that. Yep, now they're going to start moving. Now what we're going to do with Ike is we're going to have Oscar rescue Ike, so that instead of moving just 6, he can move theoretically with Oscar's 8. So if I brought Marcia here, dropped Ike here, he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we shoved him one time, he would be good. So I'll probably do that here. We'll just take, drop, and then if we just use wrist to shove him, then he can talk to Nethany next turn, which would be great. Alright, so Soren could move here and not kill this guy, which is a shame. However, if I do use Titania with like hand axe, she could definitely weaken him. The other question is maybe Boyd. Yeah, Boyd could take out this guy. So let's do that. Because maybe Boyd misses on a 91. Who knows? Alright, Boyd, strength and speed. Mostly speed. Also some skill wouldn't kill you. Skill, speed, nice. We'll take that. He doesn't super need strength. I mean, 18 is a great amount of strength. And then we'll have Titania weaken up this guy. He does almost no damage to her, so that's nice. And then she's actually in range of this mercenary, so we do. Hopefully that means he'll come out and attack her, which would be great. Oh, good dodge from Soren. He would have taken a lot of damage there. Alright, Soren, magic and speed. Magic and speed. Magic, luck, defense. I mean, defense is helpful. Speed would be nice, though. Alright, and then Volk can just get this chest. And then they're going to keep moving for the target area. The reason I put that target area over there is because it's away from all the enemies that are up around that Wow, Titania left him with 1 health. That's perfect. Alright, and so since we shoved Ike, we can now run up and talk to Nephany. You're a Crimean soldier, right? I've opened your cell. Let's get out of here. Who are you? I'm Ike. I'm with the mercenary company hired by Princess Crimea. I can fill you in on the details later. For the time being, you'll just have to trust me. Very well. Alright, and so now we're going to change the target and put it at the escape area. And so that way, they'll start moving out for that. The reason being is we're going to have Titania. With her Iron Lance, she does 7 times 2 to the boss. So we're going to have her just move here. And then that way she blocks the boss from getting close. And then I can have Soren run up and finish off this guy here. And then Boyd can come over here and then use Pulmonary. Oh wait, next turn he could attack like the boss, he could attack really anyone we want him to. We'll bring up Marcia as well. Bring up Oscar. I think Titania has a chest key, which would be nice to use. And then Volk, we definitely want to start moving back over this way. And so now they're going to start moving for the escape area. If they make it to the escape tile, they'll actually run away. So that'll be cool. Looks like Titania beats that guy, which is perfectly fine. And then she should do around 7 times 2, maybe 6 times 2. Look who's come to play! I am so very happy to see you. Now then, are you ready to become my prisoners and live a life of eternal bliss within my lovely dungeon? Wow, he did a lot of damage to Titania. Ooh, she used her counter skill. And she did 6 times 2. Nice. So counter does, as we read in like a video way back when, it does half the damage she took to the person who inflicted the damage to her. So, as we just saw. So Soren could do like 8 times 2 with wings. That's a good amount of damage. I think we'll just give the kill to Soren. I don't think we're going to use Ileana for very long. So we probably won't give the kill to Ileana, but we'll give her some chip experience. And so now Soren can beat the boss here. You'll not escape. I will see all of you dead. You will be executed. And another level up for Soren. Magic and speed. Start hoping. Just resistance. Okay. Well, that's fine. So we should got a new item. So in Fire Emblem, you have your base class and your promoted class in this game. So everyone starts in their base class, but not everyone. Most people start in their base class, and then you have your promoted class. Titania is what I like to call a pre-promoted person. There's someone that comes already promoted. But everyone else that we have is in their base class. So with the Master Seal, you can promote people at level 10 or higher. This game is unique. It's the only Fire Emblem game to do this, but once you reach level 20, if you gain one more level, so level 21 so to speak, you'll actually promote automatically. Most other Fire Emblem games use items to promote, such as Master Seals or like different items like Knight's Crest, Elysian Whips, things like that. This game, if you just get to level 20 and then you level up one more time, so level 21 so to speak, you're going to promote. And you just do automatically, you don't need like a special item to do, which is really awesome. It's a different way to do it. So we'll just start, we'll get some of these chests here. I think I'll use Marcia. Actually, instead of using Marcia, I'm going to rescue up here Volk. I'm going to use Boyd. Yeah, I'm going to use Boyd to get the chest key here, get the chest, and then I can use Marcia here to take and drop Volk. And that way we can escape with him, or we can have him get those chests sooner rather than later. Turning my back on the enemy is against my knightly vows, but the princess's safety comes first. So yeah, we're all done. We've beaten all the enemies for this map. We're on turn 10. So if Ike escapes, the map ends. However, you probably don't want to have Ike escape before you get these chests. So that's something to keep in mind. But you can have everyone else escape. Right then, guess I'm going ahead now. Be careful, Ike. If you have everyone else escape, you get more bonus experience. I'm going to ride ahead, Ike. I want to see if there are more enemy units up ahead. Ike, I'm going ahead. I'll keep the road secure. Thank you. Here I go. Alright, almost done. So Volk's gonna get that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Ileana, Boyd, Reese, and Sworn escape this turn as well. Now, one thing you kind of have to think about is like you get a certain amount of bonus experience for how many turns it takes you to clear. So if it takes you, for example, in this map, if it takes you 12 turns or less, you get 300 bonus experience for normal and hard mode. However, that amount decreases by 30 for every turn above that. For every turn after turn 12 that it takes you. So for example, if it took us 13 turns, we would, instead of getting 300 bonus experience, we'd get 270. Alright, and then you get 10 bonus experience for every unit that escapes. So you kind of have to think like, I don't like it, but I'll follow your orders and go ahead. But Ike, watch yourself. You kind of have to think, for example, like if this was turn 12, Volk couldn't escape without costing us 30 bonus experience. If he escapes, we only get 10, so it wouldn't have been worth it to make him escape. Phew, made it. I wasn't sure I would, but I'm going on ahead. Are you sure you don't need me to stay behind and watch your back? I wonder if I should really go on ahead. You'd better hurry, Ike. At last I can leave this place behind. Thank goodness. Alright, and let's do it. So Volk escapes here. And then we finish off the map with Ike escaping. Time to get out of here. And there we go. I brought one of the Crimean soldiers who is being held prisoners. Ahem, I'm sure you are unaware of this, but I am Princess Alencia. Oh, yes, quite right. I am Kieran. I served under General Joffrey as leader of Crimea's 5th platoon. My platoon had the honor of escorting you from the palace during Dane's attack. Really? You were there when... I was. Lord Running ordered my platoon to accompany General Joffrey and serve as your escort. Our mission was to see you safely out of Crimea to Gallia's king. But we failed you, and when you were lost to us, I believed my worthless life was at its end. Yet, here you are. To think I would be so blessed as to see you again. Such emotion, the tears. Kieran, were there any others? Such terrific emotion. So, I beg your pardon? Did anyone other than yourself survive? Of course, though I was the only one unfortunate enough to suffer the misery of captivity. General Joffrey and several of his soldiers fought off the Dane attack. They were able to slip away. Even now they wait in Crimea, hoping for one last chance to strike a blow against Dane. Joffrey, he is alive? Ah, how those words drive off the shadows across my heart. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you for surviving. You are too kind, Your Highness. The opportunity to serve you again is the greatest reward I could ask for. For as long as I draw a breath, I will stand ready at your side. This, I swear. Alright, we all know where Kieran stands. How about you two? Will you recognize Princess Alencia as the rightful heir to the Crimean throne? Will you fight for her? Look here, my name's Grom, and this lass is nephew. We're just simple country militiamen from the same territory. Now, we don't know much about nobles and stuff. Kings and queens don't matter much when you work in the fields. Of course, we know we'll be in trouble if someone takes our fields away from us, so that's why we joined the militia. This King of Dane's no friend of ours, and I hear he's doing terrible things too. Vile tortures with rusty nails and more. What's going to happen to my family? I left them all back home, and I'm so worried I can hardly see straight. If you defeat the King of Dane, will this country return to the way it used to be? Is that what you're after? It is my hope. I may not be as powerful as my father, but I will never abandon you. You sound like a lady who stands by her word. Looks like my choice is easy. Mine too. I'll fight in your name. I'll help you and yours, and we'll send those dame milksops packing. Thank you. I beg your pardon. You're... Oh, blessed saint. Master Sephirin, you live. Rom, Nephne, are either of you wounded? We're fine, but what about you? You were jailed for helping us. I'm so sorry. Oh, I hope they didn't hurt you. It is nothing to fret about. Everyone is safe, and that is what matters. Oh, blessed one. Pardon me, may I have a moment? Yes. Oh, you're that man I met earlier. I owe you so much for freeing me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You don't have to thank us. However, I am curious about your situation. Why were you aiding Crimean soldiers? Do you question my story? You're a monk on pilgrimage, as well as an ally of Crimean resistance fighters. Under the circumstances, do you blame me? Tell me something, Ike. If you came across a wounded person, could you ignore his plight? Normally, no, I could not. But in times like these, where it means risking my own life, I don't know. It's tough to say. Ha! You're quite honest. However, if actually faced with such a choice, a man such as yourself would not hesitate. If faced with an individual in pain, you would act instinctively. Your body would not wait for the command. Who are you, really? You're so calm, so full of peace. I can't believe you're a simple monk. If you'll forgive me, I must be going. Fare thee well, young warrior. I am certain that we will meet again. Ike. Oh, hello, Volk. What do you want? I was thinking about traveling with you for a bit. I'll be in the general area, so if you need anything, you can call me. I'll help you out, for a fee, of course. What did you say? Why would you do such a thing? In times such as these, there must be many parties that need intelligence. Well, you sparked my curiosity, and besides... No, we'll just have to leave it at that. That's not acceptable. Don't be so inflexible. It's not as if I'll be joining your merry band or anything. This is strictly business. And yet you... Titanium. I believe this is a good opportunity. We will almost certainly have need of this man's talents. He is a dubious character at best, but at least we know his motives. Everything begins and ends with gold. He'll be easy to control. Soren, he's standing right there. I don't think he minds. What will it be, Ike? The decision's yours. Yeah, definitely. Volk was so useful, and he continues to be useful opening doors to chests. Very well, you may do as you like. Excellent, call me if you need anything. And there we go, almost done. First the thief and then that monk, what an odd band of characters you've attracted. Randolph, have you finished your errands? All done, but about those two. Yes, they're both rather mysterious. Well, the monk seems like a decent enough fellow. Determining who is a friend and who is a foe is something I must be able to do, but it's just so hard. That's only because you don't have enough information to base your judgment on. All we can do now is press on. You're right. And there we go. Got 300 bonus experience for the turns, 120 for our allies escaped. We almost got back all the bonus experience we spent. Super great. Well, that's it for this week, for this episode, and we hope you'll join us next time.